perfect for you. Ah, she's like singing out of my soul. Sometimes we get lost in our own little world, but it's all so much bigger than we realize. Hey everybody, it's Rosalie Elliott. Welcome to the Ultimate YouTube channel, all about music, psychology, and more. Shout out today goes to Ian. Thank you for your suggestion via donation. I will be checking out Frank Turner, Get Better. I have no idea what to expect. I don't know who Frank Turner is. This video has gotten almost 3 million views. I have no idea what it's about. I'm going to check out the lyric video with you. Thanks, Ian, for this one. Let's see. If you know who Frank Turner is, or if you've ever heard this song, what do I have to prepare myself for? Blow me up in the comments. Let's check this out. Subscribe so you don't miss another review. And let's start.
I got me a shovel, and I'm digging a ditch, and I'm gonna fight for this 4 square feet of land like a mean old son of a bitch. I got me a future, I'm not stuck on the past.
Real quick, I would totally panic if I had to write as fast as this song is going. I'd be like, wait, pause, wait, what happened? Wait a minute, I can't keep up. Or my writing would be even more scribbly. But it's a cool concept as a lyric video, by the way, side note. I love that this has a more of that punk rock feeling. Just got done listening to some Rush, very different genre. But even within rock, there's so many subgenres, it's really cool. And this has a little bit more of that punk rock vibe, in my opinion. The time signature and the way that the crescendo, the way that the drums come in from the start, heavy and intense. His voice, the flow. All right, let's see where this goes.
I've got no new tricks, yeah, I'm up on bricks, but me, I'm a machine and I was built to last. I'm trying to get better cause I haven't been my best. She took a plain black marker, started writing on my chest. She drew a line across the middle of my broken heart and said, come on now, let's fix this mess. We could get better, because we're not dead yet. They threw me a whirlwind, and I spat back the sea. I took a battering, but I've got thicker skin, and the best people I know are looking out for me. So I'm taking the high road. My engine's running high and fine. May I always see the road rising up to meet me, and my enemies defeated in a mirror behind. I'm trying to get better cause I haven't been my best. She took a plain black marker, started writing on my chest. She drew a line across the middle of my broken heart and said, come on now, let's fix this mess. We could get better, because we're not dead yet. It's just a knot in the small of your back. You could work it out with your fingers. It's just a tune that got stuck in your head. You could work it out with your fingers. It's just some numbers tangled up in your sums. You could work it out with your fingers. It's just a simple brown missing from the past in your mess. A reminder you could always be a little bit better than this. So try and get better and don't ever accept less. Take a plain black marker and write this on your chest. Draw a line underneath all of this unhappiness. Come on now, let's fix this mess. We can get better, because we're not dead yet. We can get better, because we're not dead yet.
That was really cool.
I'm trying to get better cause I haven't been my best. She took a plain black marker, started writing on my chest. She drew a line across the middle of my broken heart and said,
All right, that hook was catchy. Dun, 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 dun. And that switch, even with the drums, from the constant doom, doom, doom to the doom, tuk, tuk, doom, tuk, doom, tuk, tuk, something like that. It wasn't exactly that signature, but it was a fun little switch in the bridge. The drums carried the thing throughout. There was not a whole lot of crescendo in the sense that it had some build, musically speaking. It carried you through, as many, I think, punk rock songs often do. And I keep saying punk rock, and I hope I'm not wrong for saying that, but it had that vibe to me. Funky a little bit. His voice, there was something he did earlier where I don't know, I don't think he modulated, but I don't know if he jumped an octave or something, but Paul brought in some of that scream and hitting those high notes, which was impressive. The whole composition, from a musical standpoint, complexity-wise, very straightforward, but it carried it. It carried a feel-good vibe. And it's cool because, there's a time for everything. There's a time to have those intricate artistic masterpieces, and there's a time to just go easy and let something wash over you. And there's a time just to feel better and to get better. And I feel like this song was one of those where, after having just listened to some Rush and you're coming off of the high of that intensity, listening to something where the composition is straightforward, but the lyrics are basically calling you higher. And it was catchy. I loved the idea of the music video, writing it all down and just following along, be it on a record, be it on a t-shirt, on a piece of paper, and basically going from not only saying, hey, this person, this girl, this woman wrote it on my chest, now giving us a call to action saying, write it on your chest. You do it. You tell yourself you're not dead yet. You can get better. Things can get better. It's a very hopeful, catchy song. And I like that the composition fit to that. It wasn't some melancholic, lots of strings type of composition that makes you somber, reflective, and sad. I feel like even psychologically, if you had such a composition, it would almost be hard not to be tempted to miss the idea of, hey, it's about getting better and picking yourself up. It would be hard not to fight this idea of wanting to focus on how things are kind of hard. But the way the composition was made it easier to really get pulled out of any type of funk, any type of darkness, and go, it will get better. I'm not dead yet. And I think sometimes we need those simple sounding, straightforward reminders. You are still breathing. It is not too late. There is hope. And that's why music is such therapy to me, because there's different things for different times. And sometimes this is what the doctor prescribed. What do you think, guys? Do you know this artist, Frank Turner? Thank you for this suggestion. Let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next ride. Ayo!